Grab a snack, fluff up your fur, and let's dive in. This is the Snufflecast.
Friends, companions, fellow navigators of the temporal currents. As the old year wanes, a profound moment descends upon us. New Year's Eve isn't merely a date on a calendar. It is, dare I say, a ceremonial nexus for reflection, for intention, and for the utterly delightful pursuit of completely unfounded certainty regarding what lies ahead. It's a time for quiet contemplation, for bold declarations, and for indulging in the glorious delusion that we can in fact predict the future with startling precision.
Wait. Hold up, Snuffles. You said intention. Does a particularly well-chosen snack count as an intention? Because I've been intending to have a lot of those lately, especially the ones wrapped in shiny foil. That's a good intention, right? Very focused.
Ricky, a vital clarification. Yes, but only ceremonial snacks. Those imbued with purpose, perhaps offered to the spirit of the year, or arranged in a significant, geometrically pleasing pattern, not just a Tuesday snack. Though I appreciate the passion.
Ceremonial snacks. Got it. So, like, if I arrange my cracker crumbs in a tiny spiral, that counts? Excellent. I'm already ahead of the game. So, what are we talking about first for this grand occasion? Resolutions? I've got some crackers I need to resolve to eat.
Precisely. Resolutions. But not just any resolutions, my friend. We are discussing New Year's resolutions that are, for once, gloriously, utterly achievable. Forget the grand pronouncements of self-overhaul. Let's focus on the subtle, the elegant, the almost imperceptible shifts that actually make a difference.
Achievable? That's a game changer. Usually my resolutions are like, become a billionaire and also learn to juggle flaming torches. Then January 2nd hits, and I'm just, juggling a half-eaten sandwich.
Exactly. Far too ambitious. My first, and I believe, utterly essential resolution for the coming cycle, to pause meaningfully before doing things. Not just hesitating, you understand, but a deliberate, almost sacred moment of consideration, like a tiny mental curtsy to the action before you commit.
A curtsy? I usually just dive right in. Saves time. But I guess if it's meaningful, that's different. My first one's practical, finding better trash. Not just any trash, but the good stuff. The stuff with stories, or maybe like a half-eaten gourmet pastry someone just forgot was gourmet. It's about quality over quantity this year.
A connoisseur's resolution. I appreciate the dedication to quality. Mine also includes rearranging one habit instead of outright breaking it. Breaking feels so definitive, so violent. Rearranging, now that's elegant. Perhaps instead of incessantly tidying my scrolls, I will dedicate a specific, highly ritualized time slot to it, making it a sacred act rather than a compulsive fidget.
See, that makes sense. Like, instead of saying no more midnight raids on the pantry, I could say, midnight raids will now be conducted exclusively with a tiny, ceremonial bell. It's still a raid, but it's different now. It's got panache. My second one is big. Trusting my instincts, even when they are wrong. Sometimes my gut says sprint across the road for that shiny thing, and it turns out to be just a bottle cap. But the instinct was pure, The intention was there. That's what matters.
Indeed, the spirit of the endeavor. My final achievable resolution, and this one is purely symbolic. To stop pretending I remember what day it is. That polite nod when someone says Happy Tuesday, and you're just like, oh yes, Tuesday, of course. I'm done with that charade. I shall simply acknowledge that time flows, days pass, and my internal clock is a beautiful abstract concept.
Oh, I relate to that one. I mostly gauge the day by how many dumpsters have been emptied. My third resolution is related, carrying at least one mysterious object at all times. Just something intriguing, a smooth pebble, a oddly shaped piece of plastic, maybe a lost button, not for any particular reason, just to keep the universe guessing.
And me, too. A delightful touch of the enigmatic. You know, Ricky, I think we've stumbled upon a profound truth here. Realistic resolutions, these small, personal, almost whimsical commitments, are far more powerful than those grand, often impossible ambitions. They cultivate a quiet sense of accomplishment.
Totally. Less pressure, more fun. If I actually find better trash this year, that's a win. Way better than I'm going to learn quantum physics. I mean, who has the time?
Exactly. Now moving on to something even more thrilling. New Year rituals that we, perhaps just invented, but that possess an undeniable ancient feeling mystique. Because what is a New Year without a bit of purposeful pageantry?
Oh, this is my favorite part. I love rituals, especially if they involve making things happen, or at least making me feel like things are happening. What's first on your list of definitely not made-up ancient wisdom, Snuffles?
My first, a truly foundational ritual, involves writing your intentions for the year on a slip of paper. But here's the crucial, ancient part. You must then fold it very precisely. Not just a casual fold, mind you. A triple fold, a diagonal fold, perhaps even a tiny intricate paper crane if one is feeling particularly ceremonious. The precision imbues the intention with cosmic weight.
Ooh, I like that. The folding adds a certain seriousness. I'm going to write more snacks and fold it into a tiny snack-shaped triangle. My first ritual is more practical, holding something shiny at midnight for luck. A bottle cap, a forgotten piece of aluminum foil, even a really sparkly gum wrapper. The shinier, the luckier. It's like a tiny personal lighthouse for good fortune.
Fascinating. The direct application of reflected light. My second ritual involves standing perfectly still for exactly 3 seconds at midnight. Not 2, not 4, 3. It's a moment of absolute stillness, allowing the old year to fully depart and the new year to fully arrive, without any lingering energetic debris. A clean break.
3 seconds, huh? I can do that. That's a solid amount of time for reflection, or to mentally catalog all the snacks I just ate. My second ritual is knocking on wood before something goes wrong. Not after, when it's just complaining. Before. Like, you're about to say something that could jinx it? Knock on wood. About to try a risky maneuver to get into a dumpster? Knock on wood. It's preemptive luck.
Oh, that's actually quite clever. A sort of preventative charm. I might have to incorporate that. My final ritual, a truly profound one, nodding solemnly at the future. Not a vigorous nod of agreement, not a casual nod of acknowledgement, but a deep, knowing, solemn nod. It signifies respect, understanding, and the quiet acceptance of whatever unfolds. It's like telling the universe, I see you, future, and I'm ready.
A solemn nod. I like that. I'm usually more of a fist pump at the future kind of guy, but solemnity has its place. My last one, whispering "we'll see" to the universe, especially when someone makes a really bold claim or you're faced with an impossible situation. Just a quiet, conspiratorial "we'll see." It keeps your options open, and it definitely works. I've seen things happen.
You know, Ricky, I must admit, your practical rituals, despite their unconventional origins, do feel suspiciously effective. Holding something shiny, preemptive wood knocking, and a good "will see." They tap into a primal, almost instinctual magic. I might just have to add those to my repertoire of ancient wisdom.
Right? Sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful, especially if they involve shiny objects. So, now that we've got our rituals sorted, what's next? Are we making predictions? Because I've got a really good feeling about snacks this year.
Indeed we are. And this brings us to the very heart of our New Year's special, prophecies, or as I like to subtitle them, no guarantees. Because while we are confident, the universe, much like a particularly enigmatic scroll, always has its own interpretations. What do you foresee, Ricky, for the coming year?
Oh, I see many things. My first prediction, a truly bold one. Snacks will appear when least expected. You'll be rummaging in a dark corner, thinking no hope here, and bam! A perfectly preserved, slightly smushed cookie, or a whole packet of crisps just waiting for you. It's destiny.
A delightful prophecy, one that I can certainly get behind. My first prediction is that something small will feel profoundly important this year. A brief conversation, a fleeting moment of quiet, the way the light catches a certain object. It won't be grand, but its significance will resonate deeply within the soul.
That's deep, Snuffles. I like it. My second prediction, something lost will be found in a strange place. You know that sock Mom lost months ago? It'll turn up in the fruit bowl. That shiny button, it'll be tucked inside a book. The universe loves a good surprise reveal.
A wonderfully specific prediction. The universe does indeed have a mischievous sense of humor. My second prophecy, someone, somewhere, will inevitably say, this year feels different. And they'll say it with such conviction as if no one has ever uttered those words before. And in that moment, it will feel different for them. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy of perception.
Haha, that's so true. I might even be the one to say it. My third prediction, and this is a big one for me, trash will once again prove useful in unexpected ways. Not just for, being trash, but like an old cardboard box becomes a fort, a broken umbrella becomes a prop. The potential is limitless, my friend, limitless.
A powerful testament to resourcefulness. My final prophecy, Ricky, is that a plan, any plan, will accidentally work. Not through meticulous execution, not through sheer willpower, but through a series of fortunate coincidences that align perfectly. It will be the universe giving us a little wink and a nudge.
Accidentally working plans? That's the best kind. I think that happens to me all the time. But wait, Snuffles, do these really count as prophecies? Or are they just really confident observations? Because some of them sound a lot like things that just kinda happen anyway.
An astute question, Ricky. And here lies the true wisdom. Prophecy, my dear friend, is mostly confidence. It's the art of declaring something so wholeheartedly that the universe almost feels compelled to comply. Or at the very least, you feel prepared for it, which is half the battle.
Mostly confidence. I can do confidence. I'm practically made of confidence, especially when it comes to snacks. So, next up, what are we leaving behind in the old year? I've got some ideas about empty wrappers.
Indeed. As we stand on the precipice of the new, it is essential to ceremonially shed the burdens of the old. What shall we leave behind, without regret or hesitation? I propose we collectively set down unnecessary guilt, that lingering feeling that you should have done something differently. Let it go. It serves no purpose in the new dawn.
Unnecessary guilt. Check. I've got some of that from that time I almost shared a particularly good pastry, but then I didn't, and I'm okay with that now. My big one to leave behind, temporarily of course, empty snack wrappers. Not forever, because they might be useful later, but for now, they go into the old year pile, which will probably become a new year pile of useful craft materials.
A pragmatic approach to letting go. I also suggest we leave behind all those unread instructions. You know, the ones that come with everything, filled with tiny diagrams and warnings. We are intuitive creatures, Ricky. We shall navigate the new year by instinct, not by assembly manuals. Let them gather dust in the past.
Oh, absolutely! Who reads instructions anyway? That's what trial and error are for. And my second thing to leave behind, bad hiding places. Like that time I thought hiding my stash under a single leaf was genius. It was not. This year, we're leveling up the hiding game. The bad ones, gone with the old year.
A very tangible improvement to aspire to. My final item to leave behind is dramatic sighs that go nowhere. Those expressive exhalations of exasperation that accomplish nothing but adding a bit of flair to your own internal monologue. Let them dissipate into the ether of the past year. We shall reserve our sighs for truly momentous occasions this year.
Dramatic sighs. I'm guilty of those, especially when someone else gets the last good crumb. Not anymore. My last one, ideas that didn't sparkle. You know, those brilliant schemes that seemed great at 3 a.m., but then in the harsh light of day, they're just dull.
We're clearing the mental clutters. Only sparkly ideas get through to the new year. Oh, that's a truly excellent filter. Only the most shimmering of concepts shall pass. So we ceremonially decide to set this down without actually doing anything physical. The intention is enough. The letting go is an internal act. Marvelous.
Precisely. It's the thought that counts, or, in this case, the unthought that counts. So, we've set everything down. Now what? How do we prepare for that very first day of the new year? I usually start by checking if anyone left out any celebratory snacks.
An entirely valid first step. My advice for preparing for the first day of the new year is to start calmly. Resist the urge to plunge headfirst into a flurry of activity or immediate self-improvement. Let the day unfold with a gentle pace, like a slow-blossoming flower.
Calmly? My brain usually goes into overdrive, scanning for opportunities. But I guess a calm scan is still a scan. My main advice? Check pockets. Always check your pockets on New Year's Day. You never know what forgotten treasure or crumb might be hiding there. A tiny gift from the past you.
A wonderful act of archaeological self-discovery. My second piece of wisdom: do not rush into meaning. The first day doesn't need to be filled with profound insights or life-altering epiphanies. Allow meaning to arrive naturally, perhaps even unexpectedly, later in the week or the month. There's no deadline for profundity.
No rushing into meaning. Got it. So I don't have to figure out the universe's secrets before noon. Good. My second piece of advice: check the floor, especially under tables or chairs. New Year's Eve parties have a way of leaving behind interesting artifacts, and sometimes good snacks. It's like a treasure hunt.
The bounty of casual observation. My final piece of advice for the first day: pretend the first cup of something matters. Whether it's tea, water, or a particularly ceremonial juice, hold it with reverence. Sip it with intention. Convince yourself that this first consumption sets the energetic tone for all future imbibing. It's a small, empowering ritual.
Pretend the first cup matters. I can definitely get behind that, especially if it's a cup full of crumbs. And my final advice: check if anything is free now. You know, sometimes stores put out free samples, or there's a leftover party favor. Always worth a look. The universe might be offering you a little welcome gift for the new year.
You know, Ricky, I think these approaches are surprisingly compatible. A calm start, an openness to found treasures, and a little bit of ceremonial self-conviction. It sounds like a truly well-rounded plan for a delightful first day. And now, as the clock ticks towards that magical moment, it's time for our final wisdom for the new year.
The grand finale. I'm ready. My ceremonial snack spiral is complete.
Excellent. So, for all of you out there, as you step into this nascent chapter, remember this. The future, my curious friends, is unwritten, but it is most delightfully lightly smudged, full of possibility, full of potential, and full of charming little imperfections.
And if it goes wrong, we'll just say it was part of the plan, the really secret, mysterious plan that only we know about. It keeps things exciting.
Precisely. So let's raise our ceremonial snacks, or simply just our spirits to the new year. May it be curious, may it be cozy, and may it be wonderfully mildly chaotic for each and every one of you.
A toast to new ideas, new mistakes, and absolutely no guarantees. We'll be back next time with more of whatever this is. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Here it comes. It's happening.